The Los Angeles Clipper run with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard is officially a failure. And it's hard to believe that it's over. You remember when they got together, they were supposed to be up next. They were supposed to take over L.A. Even Paul George said himself what he felt like he owed the organization.
I owe him a trophy. That's what I owe this organization. This is a window that we're trying to capture. And my commitment and my job is to try to bring a title.
Okay, obviously Paul George is a liar. But let's be honest, he never got the respect that he deserved from Clipper fans, even though he would give them great regular season numbers, just like he did with OKC. And he would always shrink under pressure in the postseason. But hey, at least the guy was available. He would always grow increasingly frustrated with Kawhi Leonard because he was never available. Battling injuries and load management, the guy was a straight clown show.
And what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. It's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Some of the Clippers players grew extremely envious of Paul George because he was getting presidential treatment. And they were okay with Kawhi getting it because he already won a championship with the Toronto Raptors. But Paul George never won anything coming from Indiana and OKC, so they were trying to figure out why is he getting it. But what they didn't understand is that was Kawhi Leonard's darling boy. He brought him over via trade. He held the franchise hostage and made them go acquire Paul George before even getting him. So Paul George kind of got the big head and thought that he was a max player, which he's a great player, but he's not a difference maker on that level.
George wasn't ready to do that, and now we are into unrestricted free agency. Philadelphia out in the marketplace, Orlando to an extent out in the marketplace for him.
That's what it sounds like. It's going to take a Hail Mary for the Clippers to keep Paul George, but
now, obviously, in hindsight, you can clearly see the Clippers lost this trade. Giving up Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and an unthinkable amount of picks for Paul George, clearly you got fleeced, and this was one of the biggest heists in NBA basketball. But you did have some good years, and you did get a lot of fans believing in you, that other team in the basement of LA. But I blame these young kids for calling Paul George the GOAT, got his head big and got him believing that he shouldn't take less.
You know, it's an honor. It's an honor to be in that category as GOATs for some of the young guys.
I think I started that. I think I started that up. I said PG's the GOAT.
Set the trend.
Yeah, you
I think I
set
set the trend with that one.
GOAT basketball player.
Paul George.
Are you? I'm leaving.
This is getting absolutely insane. There's no way that he's the GOAT of anything. And it became increasingly understandable to all Clippers fans that they're not going to win the championship. And there are nothing more than stadium fillers for the new Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California for the Clippers. And it's very much so a disappointment considering on what they gave up. I don't believe they have another pick until the 2030 season. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. It was so ridiculous that pretty much Joel Embiid just asked Paul George, can you come over to my team?
I'm never rooting against you, but I have to ask you this question. As we see the Boston Celtics getting ready to close the deal and win a championship, what does that have you thinking about as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers?
I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I hate Boston. Great city, great fans. Obviously they got some great players, but he hurts me a lot. So hopefully, this offseason we find a way to get better and, add some pieces.
Add some pieces.
He flat out on national TV during the NBA Finals asked the man, can he come join his team? If that's not an investigatable offense, I don't know what it is. Adam Silver, you need to look at him for tampering, for sure. But the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard Clippers have been an absolute laughing stock.
That's amazing. That's a good thing I got multiple television sets because I would not have been able to see this. And I needed to see it to believe it. I was wondering, that's got to be a record or something. Has anybody ever been down by 50 at the half? I know there's been teams that have gotten beat by 50 points, but at the half, 77, 27
Leave me alone, bro. I've been smoking so much weed, I'm in my zone, bro. Don't hit my phone, bro. If it ain't dope, bro. Bill code, nigga, 254.